All right, let's talk about something real. Does it ever feel like your startup is just drowning in spreadsheets? Well, today, we're diving into the two tools that will rescue you from all that chaos and actually put you on a real path to growth. We're talking CRM and automation.
Okay, if you're a startup founder, I bet this looks painfully familiar, right? You've got leads in one sheet, customer details in another, you're setting manual reminders for everything, just hoping nothing critical slips through the cracks. But let's be honest, that's a system built on hope, and hope is not a strategy.
But hey, the good news is you're not alone. Pretty much every successful company starts out just like this. The difference? The ones that really scale are the ones that see this problem early and build a smart, strategic system to bring order to that chaos. That system, well, it's absolutely essential for real, sustainable growth.
So, before we jump straight to the solutions, let's really take a second to diagnose the problem. What actually happens when a startup's manual process hits that inevitable wall?
See, this manual method, it works for a little while. When you have 10 customers, maybe even 50, you can juggle it. But as you start to scale, it very quickly becomes your single biggest bottleneck. Your data gets totally disconnected, communication gets inconsistent, and worst of all, those valuable leads start falling right through the cracks, simply because no one person can possibly keep up.
So, what is the solution? Well, it's not just about buying one tool. It's about building a two-part system that basically acts as your company's digital brain, its central nervous system, connecting every single department and every customer interaction into one cohesive whole.
First up, you've got the CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Management. You can think of this as your single source of truth. Every email, every call, every purchase, it all lives right here. This gives your entire team a complete 360-degree picture of every single customer. And this is the perfect way to think about it. Just like your own nervous system connects your brain to every part of your body, a CRM makes sure your sales team, your marketing team, and your service team are all working from the exact same playbook with the same up-to-the-minute info.
Now, the second part of this digital brain is marketing automation. If the CRM is the memory, then automation is the muscle. Seriously, it's like having an incredibly efficient employee who works 24/7 to engage your audience, sending just the right message to just the right person at exactly the right time.
And this is where you see how they form this perfect partnership. The CRM is your system of record. It organizes and holds all that crucial data. But the automation platform, that's what acts on the data. It's the engine that turns all those insights into real action. Having one without the other is really only having half the solution.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get super practical. When you're out there looking at different tools, what are the core features that you absolutely positively cannot live without?
Don't get lost in a giant sea of bells and whistles. You want to zero in on these 5 fundamentals. First, is it easy to use? Because if it isn't, your team just won't adopt it. Simple as that. Does it integrate with the other tools you're already using? You need a hub, not another silo. Can it actually automate simple, repetitive tasks? That's how you get your time back. Can you get clear reports? I mean, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. And finally, can it grow with you? You definitely don't want to do this all over again in a year.
To make all this a little more concrete, let's take a quick look at a few of the most popular tools you're going to run into in the US startup scene.
Now, this isn't a full-blown review, but it's a really great snapshot of the landscape. You've got your all-in-ones like HubSpot, which are perfect for just getting started. You've got super customizable and affordable options like Zoho, and then you've got the specialists, right? Like Pipedrive for sales-heavy teams and ActiveCampaign for folks who are really serious about email automation. So with all these different flavors and options out there, how in the world do you actually make the right choice for your unique startup?
It's simple. You follow a playbook. You start by identifying your biggest pain points. Right now, are you losing leads? Is your follow-up just all over the place? Then, you set a realistic budget and you use free trials to really test drive your top contenders. And this is crucial. Make sure your team is on board. A tool that nobody uses is completely worthless.
And now, we get to the most important part. Why does getting this right actually matter for your startup's bottom line? I mean, what's the real payoff here? Well, first off, you close deals faster. It's that simple. By automating your follow-ups and having every single touch point visible in one place, you eliminate all those little delays that kill momentum. You stop letting those hot leads go cold.
Second, you keep your customers way happier. When you have a clear, centralized view of a customer's entire history, you can give them personalized, proactive service. And that is what builds the kind of strong, long-term relationships that create loyal, repeat customers.
And third, you finally get everyone on the same page. When sales, marketing, and customer service are all looking at the exact same data in the CRM, all the finger-pointing just stops. The entire company can work together to create one seamless, positive customer experience.
So here's the crucial takeaway. In today's market, these systems, they aren't luxuries. They're not just nice-to-haves anymore. They are a foundational, absolutely essential element for any startup that wants to not just survive, but to actually compete and thrive. So, it all really comes down to this one simple question. The systems and the strategy you put in place today will directly determine your capacity for growth tomorrow. So you have to ask yourself, are you building a business to truly grow, or are you just building it to get